candidates among tight ends. Jimmy Graham has been Drew Brees' favorite target this year. He leads all tight ends with 75 receptions, 1,046 yards. Tony Gonzalez, 7 touchdown catches, behind only Graham among the NFC tight ends. It's Gonzalez most in a season since '08. And speaking of touchdowns, Rob Gronkowski leads the league with 13 touchdown grabs. He's the first tight end in NFL history with double-digit receiving touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons. And Gronkowski's teammate, Aaron Hernandez, is having a strong season as well. In fact, the pair combined for 119 receptions, 1,451 receiving yards, 643 yards after the catch, and 18 touchdowns. No other team's tight ends have been as productive this season. The Patriots lead the league in each area. You almost have to put them both in together.
Those stats are off the charts.
Off the charts.
Tight ends have combined for 119 catches, almost 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns.
Amazing.
It's ridiculous.
What's your balance?
On the AFC, obviously Gronkowski gets the first vote on that. You pick 2 tight ends in the Pro Bowl. I went with Heath Miller for my second one because I always believe the guy is always there for Ben Roethlisberger. When he needs a third down, I don't care. He is the go-to guy, and he's a full-service tight end.
Yeah.
He blocks,
great block,
and he always makes the big catch when they need one. So, and I picked Dustin Keller as the first alternate, but there were a lot of candidates.
Yeah, you know what's interesting? That's how we used to vote as well. You pick a blocker, and then you pick the passer.
Yeah, I didn't know it does that. And then the NFC, Jimmy Graham of the Saints was an easy pick. And after that, it was a little bit of a struggle. And I went with Jason Witten of the Cowboys over Tony Gonzalez of the Falcons. John, I think as you mentioned,
I agree with you on the Witten thing. Witten runs great routes still, even though he's slowing down a little bit, but mauls people up front in the run game.
I don't think the Redskins think he's slowing down because no one could catch him. He's the slowest fast guy in the league. But yeah, Jason Witten, I mean, the best of both worlds when you talk about him. A great blocker and also a great route runner and receiver.
And yes, they still vote for fullbacks.
Yeah, they still vote for fullbacks. And
not surprising.
You want to hear people talking off somebody. Listen to the Ravens talk about Vontae Leach, their fullback, and he got my vote in the AFC. John Connor of the Jets was would have been my first alternate. And in the NFC, I think this surprises some people, but I called around, talked to some teams, and Jet Collins of the Saints, who's actually on his 7th team since 2008. He's 6'1", 255, but the Saints have raved about him, even though John Kuhn of the Packers.
Yes.
There we go.
He's a guy who gets to see the end zone, and he's very popular, and all those things. And then I think Brad Miller, out with the 49ers as a rookie.
Bruce Miller, he's been doing a lot. Beat out Marin Norris.
Yeah, Bruce Miller. Yeah. And so,
oh, go ahead.
No. I'm just saying is the fullbacks are always tough to pick because they're not on the field.
No.
Yeah.
And it's funny how when you said about the fullbacks, you said, yeah, to call around. Same thing we used to do. We used to sit there for promo voting and the fullbacks come. We were like, you know him? And we were like, nah, you know him?
That's why, I mean, when I was in the NFC, of course, I had to go up against Mike Allstott, which was not easy.
Oh, look at you.
Look at you.
Let's see.
That's me. Look at me.
Where are you?
Gronkowski. You learned it Gronkowski.
I was that fleet of foot. No, I had to go against Allstott. When I was in the AFC with the Oakland Raiders, Al Davis said, we never had a fullback and a tailback here. We have 2 running backs, so I'm going to put you on the ballot as a running back.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm up against
Listen, there we go.
I asked.
You got to hit harder than that to make the play. Okay, that's one.
Oh. Now, you should have been listed as a fullback.
And I didn't have that opportunity.
Should have been a write-in vote.
Were you knocking people out? Because you sure are bloody.
I looked like I was knocking people out. I looked like it. But see, okay, here's the thing.
I think it's like pro wrestling. I think you cut yourself.
He was doing that head bashing like
at some point at fullback, you have to learn to position blocks a little bit, or else you're just going to knock yourself out of every game. John Connor and Vontae Leach, they do not position block. Those 2 guys go in there full speed like rams every single play, and they amaze me that they can do that.
Yeah, you talk about, and it does wonders for the running back. I mean, talk about clearing out an alley, and at the last second when it really is compromising the defense and you have a running back out there. And then look at Leach, catching the ball off the backfield, dual threat right there.
Well, they create movement on that offensive line. On an ISO block, they shuffle over, even if it's draw action, they're not just getting stalemates.
Yeah.
They're moving defenders. And especially down on the goal line, that really helps because if you score with your man, the guy behind.
You know how quarterbacks always take care of offensive linemen? Did they ever do anything for running for
You know
fullbacks,
what?
or do the running backs do that?
The running back.
Doesn't sound like they did. The way you took that time.
No, you know what? There was a special relationship between the fullbacks and the tailbacks. You
Sound like
spend all
I
the
know.
time in the room together, and you feel a close bond with them.
So no Rolex,
And
no watches,
You're a
no
mini
dinner.
lineman. You're a mini petite lineman.
Emmitt Smith.
That's exactly what I was going to
He
say.
got more when he gave his Hall of Fame speech. He
The
got
most emotional about Daryl Johnston.
he
That's
did.
exactly what I was.
He had Daryl stand up. Yeah, it was so Emmett did.
I wasn't as good as Daryl Johnston.
Daryl used to say it was like banging your head into a garage door
Yeah.
Yeah.
all day long.
Yeah.
You
Playing
know what?
fullback in the NFL.
Those guys actually do worry about their health going forward, though, too.
As
Talk
they
to those
should.
guys.
As they should. I played against a guy, Sam Gash, man.
Oh.
In practice, hated practice.
Yeah.
Oh, it's painful.
Unbelievable. He was just all neck. A huge helmet. His helmet was just bigger. He was the nicest guy in the world.
Yep.
And he would talk to me after games and stuff, and I was just in awe of him. But he was one of those guys who just going boom.
That's it.
Just lower the boom every time he hit a guy. And that's what Vontae Leach is doing and John Connor. It's just a matter, can they keep that up?
Speaking of fullbacks, next week we'll look through the Pro Bowl rosters on the defensive side. And coming up, Heisman this weekend, we'll tell you which of those top candidates will play the best in the NFL.